Hey everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rebecca Sides. I'm a general manager at Mercedes-Benz. I've been in sales now for around 13 years. Before that ran my own juice bar business, worked in retail. And today I'm going to be talking about something which I get asked a lot, which is how I got into the industry which I'm in today. So a bit of a recap on me. As I've said before, I'm 35 years old. I'm from Wales originally and now live in Liverpool. And I've worked in the car industry now for 12.5-ish years. I've always loved cars, always had a really big passion for cars. But I suppose to take it back to the beginning of where it started, so I went to a Welsh school in North Wales called Morgan Llwyd. I can speak Welsh, I'm fluent in Welsh, and did all my GCSEs etc. in Welsh and my A-levels. I went to a Welsh school when I was 11. So I'd never spoken Welsh before then, but I learnt it when I was 11. It was something that my mum wanted me to do. So as I said, I did all my education, etc., my senior education in Welsh. And then after my A-levels, I thought, right, okay, I want to go to university. I hadn't ever planned to go to university. It was never something that I'd planned to do. But I'd worked all throughout my A-levels. I'd worked from about the age of 13, 14. I started working in a card shop. Then, well, to be honest, I've always started working in a card shop. Then I used to work in a shoe shop. Then I used to work in bars. And then last minute when I turned 17, 18, when I turned 8, just before my 18th birthday actually, when I finished my A-levels, I said, right, I want to go away to university. So I went through the clearing process, which is what a lot of people probably still do. I think that still exists. Where at the time we had a newspaper, and the newspaper would tell us all of the available courses that were available at the universities for people who were going through the clearing process. Basically, it's once you've got your A-level results and if you want to go away to uni. So anyway, I always loved Liverpool, so I thought, right, Liverpool University is the... It keeps going off. Every 2 minutes, this SD card is pants. So I've just ordered, like the last second, I've literally just been on and bought a 128GB SD card. Someone please teach me how to do this. So anyway, where was I? Always loved Liverpool, so I thought, right, Liverpool is the place for me. So as I said, ended up in the clearing process, ended up on the mattress, ended up getting a room in the halls of residence, etc, etc. So anyway, I studied my degree, and throughout my degree, I did a BA Honours degree at Liverpool University. Throughout my degree, I made sure that I worked. So that was something that was really important for me. Number one, financially, to keep myself afloat. I didn't have any other financial backing, so I had to do that for myself. So I worked in bars, clubs, I did promotions, I did all different kinds of bar work. Love bar work, the best ever. Literally used to love it, love, because I love music. Absolute Scouse house fan, so I'd be behind the bar like da, 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 da. That was not how I danced, obviously. So loved bar work, was doing that. Then I got a job in a call centre. It was a fault handling call centre whereby everybody calling in would have a fault with their system, so everybody naturally was angry. And I used to do that every evening, Monday to Friday. So I'd be in uni all day and then I'd go and do that. But that was brilliant. That taught me a lot about handling customers' objections, etc, etc. Taught me about patience. And what it also did was it allowed me to apply some of the things that I learned in the classroom or my lectures, etc., into everyday life with customers. So anyway, continued to do that, did very well, to be fair, in that business, and ended up running my own team there, which was great. Loved doing that. But at the same time, always knew that I had like a really big passion for cars. My first car was a Renault Clio, loved that car. Put in a subwoofer, a different sound system, blue neon lights, etc. I used to love that car. Always, of course, had a passion for all different kinds of cars. I always envisaged when I was younger that when I was a child, I always envisaged I'd have a briefcase and I would drive a Volvo Cabriolet. That was always like my kind of dream car. So anyway, coming back to university, I graduated from Liverpool University, and then I thought, right, okay, what do I want to do now? Didn't really have a plan, didn't really know where I wanted to go, if I wanted to extend my studies and go on and do a master's. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but what I did know was that I had a passion for entrepreneurship. Come on, Rebecca. So I thought, right, well, I've studied business. I've learned all different kinds of things, studied elements of law, studied elements of accountancy, studied all different things. What do I really want to do? And I thought, okay, let's set up my own business. So I set up a chain of juice bars with a business partner, and we did that for a period of time. And then after that, didn't really enjoy that too much. Did it for about 12 months. Thought that running my own business would make me rich. Didn't. It was stressful. Did everything ourselves, from tiling the floors to building the bars to doing all different kinds of things. Really, actually, I did enjoy it, but it didn't give me what I thought it would. So therefore, I suppose whenever anyone goes into something with expectation and it doesn't meet them, then you end up ultimately not enjoying it. So after that, I then applied to work for Aldi. I went to work with them on their graduate scheme, worked with them for about 12 months, really enjoyed that, but it still wasn't fulfilling a passion for me. With that job came a lot of responsibility, which really taught me a lot. But what it did teach me really was that what I wanted to do was a job whereby I felt fulfilled every single day. So I had no experience of cars, had no experience of selling, other than, of course, working in the call centre and you know, that wasn't selling though, but that was, I suppose, selling a resolve, I suppose. And of course, in my business, when I was doing that, I had to sell juices and smoothies, etc., which was back then a very difficult concept. No one really had heard of that kind of way of living. Whereas now, if I did juice bars now, it'd be easy. So maybe I should do that again. But yeah, so I thought, right, I love Mercedes-Benz. There was a history of Mercedes-Benz in my family. My grandfather had driven a Mercedes. My father had driven a classic E-Class Mercedes. So I thought, right, okay, I love Mercedes-Benz. I know this brand. I'm going to go and work for Mercedes. So I walked into Mercedes-Benz. I've actually wrote this story on my Instagram before, and I remember the receptionist who was working there. She messaged me and she was like, Rebecca, I remember that day. I remember the day that you walked in. And I had a pinstripe suit. I'd bought it from Next. I'd bought this little black pinstripe trouser suit, which I thought was amazing. And I remember going in and I basically asked if they had any job vacancies at the time. And I said, you know, I've got a CV here, I'd like to give it in. So I was told that there was no job vacancies at the time. And I said, okay, well, I'll just wait. So I ended up waiting for near on 6 hours in the coffee area. I don't drink tea, I don't drink coffee, I don't have anything with caffeine in, so that was a long wait of probably eating biscuits. And in the end I was seen by the sales manager at the time. He agreed to see me, bless him, and he said, look, you know, let's go upstairs and I'll put you in touch with the general manager and you can spend some time in front of him and see if that's an option for him. So basically I ended up talking myself into getting the job. And I suppose you could say the rest is history, really. So I started working at Mercedes-Benz Liverpool in the February of 2008, and now I'm still working for Inchcape Mercedes-Benz all these years on. I think the biggest thing what this story kind of tells you is, because so many people ask me how I got into car sales. It doesn't really matter if it's car sales, it doesn't really matter what industry you want to go in. You have to have a passion for what you want to do. I've worked in loads and loads of different business arenas, from footwear to bars to industries to automotive to juicing to retail, to loads of different things. And I've always found that the one job which I've enjoyed the most is the one whereby I'll get the most out of it. So if you have a passion for something, it's really important that you follow that. I think I see young people, I go into schools actually, and I do talks in schools to young, 15, 16-year-olds about where they might want to go with the GCSEs and things. The choices that you take with the GCSEs and with your A-levels, etc., they necessarily aren't going to set in stone for life the career path that you'll follow. I found with education, this is just my opinion, but I found that with my degree, what it showed, and with my A-levels, etc., and GCSEs, what it showed to my prospective employers was that I was able to commit to something for a period of time, and then at the end of it, apply that knowledge to be able to get a result out of exams, etc. That's what I found the real thing to be from education. I don't necessarily know if that's the right path to go down. There's lots of different ways to getting into employment. I know so many people who left school at 15, 16, didn't necessarily have the grades that they wanted to have, but now have gone on to run incredibly successful businesses. So I'm not saying that the formal education route was the right one. For me, it worked. If I could turn the clock back, would I do it again? Probably yes, because I had such great experiences in university. I made so many amazing friends, learnt so much in terms of I learnt a lot about myself. I had to look after myself, you know, from a young age. I became very self-sufficient, so that helped me. It most definitely helped me as well by working and studying. I think that when I was going to employers, what that did for me was that enabled them to see that I could do textbook knowledge and then apply it. So I think that was really good as well for myself. But I think the biggest thing, like I've just said, is if you're looking to get into an industry, don't be off put by the fact that you don't see a job advertised online. Advertisements for jobs necessarily aren't how they used to be anymore, especially in the times that we're in now. You know, if you use your network of people that you know, allow yourself to network with people who are already in those industries to see if they can get you in front of someone just to have a conversation. It may be that you start in a different place in that company than you want to, but by getting your foot in the door with a business, that often helps. And the other thing that I would say is, you know, if you have integrity and if you have loyalty to a company, you get it back tenfold. I absolutely love the company that I work for, and I'm incredibly privileged and blessed to work for the company that I do. They're amazing, that they really do look after their employees, I believe. And I think if you can find a company where your morals are akin to that of the company, then that will help you as well with your long-term career. Really, just follow your vision. It's so important to have a vision. You have to know your end point. You have to know where you're wanting to go. I know where I want to go in my career. I know what I want to do. Am I there yet? No, but I'm really enjoying the process. I listen a lot to podcasts and YouTube videos and things, and there's a lady that I listen to, and she talks about the destination and where you're going to effectively and where you want to end up. And she talks about people who go on holiday. And ultimately going on holiday, the start and end point are the same place. So you start from your home and you end at your home. So ultimately, what's the point in going on holiday if you're only going to start and finish at the same place? But the point is it's the experiences that you have along the way. So I really think that is so crucial to bear in mind when you're considering your career. You know where you're starting. It cut off again. This is getting smashed up after this. So what I was saying was that it's really important. That's what's really important when you're choosing your career, about, you know, to know the place that you're going to work for, because you believe that it will resonate with your values, but also you'll know that the journey that you'll go on will be one that you'll enjoy, etc., etc. There's a quote which so many people post all the time on Instagram and stuff, where it says, "Find a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life." And I really think that quote is so true. I absolutely love the job that I do, and I know so many people in different industries, whether they be employed, self-employed, contractors, etc., who really enjoy the job that they do because it gives them such value and such pleasure. And when you find that, it doesn't feel like work. That's why Mondays don't feel like Mondays and Fridays don't feel like weekends. It just all feels like it's just something which you do because you enjoy it. So if you can be lucky enough to find that, and if you can be lucky enough to take the leap of trust within yourself to know, right, okay, this is what I want to do. And if you're in a career at the moment which you're not happy with, have the trust within yourself, have the belief within yourself to be able to say, I'm going to go and do something that I do want to do. Now more than ever, you know, with the changes that we're seeing in the world, now is the time to really do what you want to do. And to really believe in yourself, I suppose, to take this time to be learning different things, reading different things, but don't procrastinate. Don't read too many books that you actually forget to go and do the actions beyond them. I'm going to actually do that as another video. I'm going to talk about mindset and things on another video. So I'll finish here. I'll shut up before this SD card runs out of space again, and I have to try and somehow edit it, which we all know I'm no good at doing. So anyway, everyone take care. Hope you've all had a wonderful Sunday. It's a Sunday today that I'm filming. It looks like it's going to rain. I was going to go out for a walk. Now I'm not. Excuse to go and watch into some Netflix. But yeah, everyone, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Have a wonderful Sunday, everyone. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.